Hey friends, welcome back to Watavue Mountain. You guessed it, we're at the mountain today. A little chilly, a lot windy, so I apologize if all you're hearing is wind blowing. But today, another great project. We're absolutely blessed. We've been just making great progress up here at the mountain. As you saw in this other video we installed that IBC tote and we're gonna do some rainwater catchment. As you saw from the title, we're not gonna be using a first flush system. I know, you're probably like, what is this guy thinking? Well, a couple things up our sleeves. We're gonna put some of this foam in there to get the fine debris. We're gonna put this mesh over there to catch the big debris. And this is just gonna be a temporary, I'm putting up one 10-foot section and I'm gonna run it straight into the IBC tote. So it's not the whole thing. I still gotta put a roof on this deck. I still have to build the other deck and put a roof over there. Once we do that, we'll see how this does and then decide if we're gonna come back later and do the first flush system. So enough of me rambling. Thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. We really hope you're enjoying this whole series of us building this tiny cabin all by ourselves. And yeah, God bless. Thanks for coming. Enough of me rambling. Let's get to busy. All right, so we're using this. It's just a 10-foot section of this K-style plastic gutter, 10-foot piece, okay? So I already kind of have an idea here that we're gonna go out to there, come to here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put my clips in. So this right here is gonna be our first clip. Now, of course, we wanted to have about a 1/4 inch of drop for every 10 feet. So we're only going 10 feet. So I'm not gonna do a chalk line and do all that stuff that you see a lot of other people doing because I think that would just be overkill at this point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this first clip I'm just gonna put it up about as far as I can. So I have a little bit of space there, about a 1-inch gap, so that I'm sure that my water is going to come, the rainwater is going to come on down into the thing. Now let me move down to that end and put the second clip on, and then I'll make sure I like where everything's at, and then we'll figure out a spot in the middle. I'm just putting 3 clips up, so let me put the other 2 in, then we'll get this gutter up. All 3 clips are in place, so I know I'm going to cap this end that's going to be closest to the cabin. And they make this pretty painless. I mean, you literally just snap this guy on and your end cap is on. You can go ahead, you can tack a screw in there if you want to, but it's really not necessary because that's snug as a bug in a rug. And then on this end, we need to do a downspout. So, downspout, right? And it just clips on there. So you slide one end on, and then you can just kind of push that in, and then that goes wherever, right? And it's got different dimensions inside here. That's 32 degrees based on your temperature of where you're going to be and how much flex you're going to have. You probably can't see those numbers in there, but again, this is going to be temporary, so I'm not going to worry much about that. What I am going to do is I'm going to tack a screw in here, and then like I said, I could put some silicone in here too just to help keep this from leaking, but I'll probably do that once I get it all up on the hooks. So let's do that. Oh, I forgot, we need an end cap on this end too. Don't forget. It's a little bit tighter. I think because of all this extra plastic. Might have to cut that extra plastic out. It doesn't want to fit. You know what they say, sometimes you're the windshield, Sometimes you're the bug. Yeah, let me grab the scissors. I'm gonna cut these off. Okay, a little harder than expected. I had to trim these trim these off so I could get it on there, but you know, just work with it. Yours might fit better than mine. It's cold out here today, so I'm sure that's shrinking up the plastic. So now we got end caps on. We got our downspout. Now let's see if we can get this thing up here and kind of sort of in place where we want it. Again, I'm not completely married to one spot. I just want to make sure that that end spout's going to go out far enough that we can go straight down to the okay. Now let's move over here. There we go. Let me grab the level, just to make sure. All right, you can see the slope over there looks pretty good. Pretty level between these two, but then it slopes down at the end. So all right, so what's next? Let's stuff some foam in there, see how that looks. No, I lied. I'm gonna move the ladder back over there. Well, I'm gonna put one of these in here, and then I'm gonna do the silicone on that one, and then we'll put the foam in on that end. See if I can make it to the ladder. Let's see. Nothing sketchy going on here. Put it in backwards. There we go. Smarter, not harder. kind of like that there. So far so good. Got the foam in. Let's climb up and take a look and see what we got. There you go. That foam fits in there real nice. I think that's going to do a great job of picking up that fine debris, especially because it's shaped like the gutter. I don't know if you noticed that, but the foam is all the way down to the bottom, so we should be good. Now I need to get one more piece. I couldn't find but 2 pieces, so I need to get one more piece and I'll cover that. And I'm debating here on this end what I'm going to do, if I'm going to put one of those cones or leave it open. I mean, I don't think too much debris is going to come in from this one side, but I think I still need to do something. Okay, now we're going to put a downspout on here and we're going to try to shoot it straight into the rain barrel from here. All right, this is really hard for me to film by myself. What I'm going to use is I'm going to use this flexible elbow to come off of that, and then we're going to take that downspout straight to the tank. I think. Let me get up there, get this thing installed, and then I'll fiddle with the downspout and kind of see where we go from there. I might not be able to capture it all, but once I get it finished, you know, I'm going to show you. So I'll show you what I can while I can. How about that? Fits over nice. Throw a couple screws in this guy. Keep that from moving. A little screw in there. Catch it trying to slide on me. Get one in there. I'll come back with a long screw. I'm going to tack that up to that last post right there. All right, let's move down here by the tank, see how this is gonna work. Yep, you can see it's kind of shoddy right there. So I'm debating, should I bring it over here and use the extension to come into the tank, or should I just bring it straight over? Bring it straight over, cut this off here, Maybe cut it at an angle, drop that in there, and then just cover the whole thing with some wire screen. Jeez Louise, some screen. I think we'll do that to start. I think I'm just gonna cut it off. I'll try to figure out where the best spot is. We're just gonna drop this bad boy straight in the hole and then cover it up. And then we won't even need this. We'll probably need this later, so I'm gonna save it. Because what I'd really like to do, and what I'll probably do, again, once we get finished with all the roofs, is have the PVC that just comes down and flexes back and forth into that. So let me grab the Sawzall, cut this thing up, let's get it fitted in there. All right, there you go. I don't know if you can see that, but cut that end off. That's gonna go right in there. I might just run a screw through here too. I think that'd be a prudent idea to run a screw through there, because that one, the threads are down here for the lid when I use that later. Again, if I run a screw through the top piece right there, I think I'll be okay. Right, because that doesn't, yeah, it doesn't catch till it gets down to here. So run a screw through there. Oh, sorry, you missed all that, didn't you? Run a screw through the side, keep that secure, and then we'll throw the screen over it. So let me grab the screen, throw a screw in there, we'll get this thing buttoned up. Okay, a little crooked, sorry. But I got just some regular old screen, and I'm gonna cut, I don't know, probably about 6 inches or so, maybe more. And then we'll go along the bottom. Nope. Dag nabbit. I need a longer piece. So this wasn't long enough to reach all the way around the opening. And that's half. So let's go. Go on the other end, and I'm going to cut the whole length of the screen. Because I don't guess we can have too much screen, huh? But clearly we can have too little screen. Now, this clearly wraps all the way around, and it covers the top up to here too. So, we got some zip ties. I'm gonna, neat little trick, if you don't know it, you can just put 2 zip ties together to make one longer zip tie. Or 3 zip ties, or however many zip ties you need. So, get some zip ties put together here to go around the base, and then we'll work our way up, I think. That's the problem. My zip ties popped out. My screen popped out from under my zip ties. Now good luck cutting the zip tie, huh? The rope wrench always works. Alright, let's put 3 more together. And I think what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to push that screen down a little bit more. Onto the tank. So I have a little crease, if you will. That needs to stay right up there. I'm gonna cinch it down a little just to make sure we're all underneath there. That side's good. This side's good. Bring you out underneath you. Now I'm gonna cut this. I don't know what I was thinking. Can't do it with all that sticking out. And then tuck that back under there. I'm hoping you can see all this. There you go. Now you see it better. It's all tucked underneath there. So I got a good seal there, right? Woo! That was harder than it looked. And then we're going to take all this and as best we can, even if we got to bunch it up. I might put a couple more around that middle part. You see it too, it's bunched up there. Just want to minimize the chance of little bugs and critters getting in there. So there we go. It's not pretty, I'll give you that. But we're sealed from bugs, mostly. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe mosquitoes or something will get in there, but we'll find out in time. But that's it. Let me go. We got to finish that screen first, and then we'll be done with this. I'll trim this up a little bit just because. That looks a little better, huh? This is that mesh, that screen mesh I was talking about. Now they make panels that go in these. I just couldn't find any that were 4 inches. They were all 5 or 6 inches and wouldn't fit. So I got this aluminum gutter screen. 6 inches by 20 feet. So again, we only have a 10-foot gutter, so I don't need all 20 feet of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go ahead and mark 4 inches. First I'm gonna cut a section 10 feet long. Then I'm gonna trim that down to 4 inches, and then we'll get up there and we'll do that. So how am I gonna do that? Maybe I'll show you. I'll see if I can show you. If not, like I said, I'm gonna roll it out, cut it at 10 feet, and then I'll use a straight edge to measure 4 inches ish, mark that with a marker, and then I'm gonna cut along that line so we have about 4 inches. So let me see if I can get the camera set up right. If I can't, now you know how I did it. All right, let's see how this goes. Always thinking, put that in the crack so I can unroll this. About there's 10 feet. I don't know if you can see me. But there's our 10-foot section. Now, always just need one more hand, don't I? Right there's 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. Getting a little cattywampus on me. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mark 4 inches along here. And then as straight as I can, because it's wire, it's not perfectly straight. I'm just going to try to marry these up. That's pretty good. That's pretty close, but off a little. All right. Now let's cut. There you go. 4-inch piece of gutter wire. All right, I'm gonna have to get some more foam for under this. This just doesn't want to sit right. I mean, it'll do okay for now, but you know, this is kind of a lost cause over here. But look how pretty this looks. Ooh-wee, and look how easy this is. I literally just get that lined up, push it, and it slides right underneath. And then the same thing on the front. So that gives us a little more extra big for the heavy stuff. And then I might have to trim that just to get around the top of that, and then bring it back and we'll finish it out the rest of the way down. I'll show you when I get to the end. There you go. Nice and pretty all the way down. Covered the end. A little bit popping up there, but I think we're gonna be just fine. Keep the big stuff out. Foam will catch the little stuff. Hits the corner, heads on down. I got an idea. This might be the worst idea ever in history of ever, but why don't we test it out and see what happens? The pump still works. We still got a well. We'll just fire some water up here on the roof and see what happens. Make sure nothing falls apart. Let's check that out. That'll be fun. All right, pretty heavy downpour. Nothing's giving way yet. That's still holding up. All right, let's jump down and go see what's happening over there. Would you looky there, it's working. Didn't move, not leaking. I'll take it, baby, I'll take it. Still going. Nice. I love it when a plan comes together. We're calling it there. I know you're probably thinking, what kind of thrown together, redneck engineered nonsense is this? I think it's gonna work. We'll see. I'll let you know if it doesn't, of course. Just like the dry pour concrete didn't work. Well, it did, but we drove over it. I'll let you know if this works. Like I said, I still need to come back, get some more of that foam for that end. I'll probably put some foam at that end too, but it works. I think we're gonna be just fine for now. Like I said, maybe once the summer gets here and mosquitoes start doing their thing, then I'll probably have to get something better to seal that lid. But in the meantime, for the rest of this winter and this going into the spring, I think we'll be just fine. And I think all that's gonna hold up the way it is. And then, like I said, once I get these roofs on, we'll finish it out. And then if I get a bunch of stuff growing in there, then or collecting in there rather, then yeah, then we'll probably do the first flush. I don't think we're going to though, because I'm going to cover that up with some plastic, black plastic, to help keep algae and mold and all that stuff from growing in there, and we should be in good shape. And then don't forget, we still have the 3 filters. We have a spin down filter before the pump, and then I have 3 filters in line that are going to filter that water as well. So if nothing else, I think we'll be jam up for showers and washing dishes. We'll see. I'll test it and see how it's going to be for drinking. I mean, you know, that'd be the best case scenario. We just collect rainwater, we can use it for everything. So yeah, so that's it. I don't know how much I have in this. I didn't do a tally. I think, I don't know, 50 bucks maybe? Maybe. I'd have to go back and look, and probably when I edit this video, I'll go find the receipt and I'll let you know. But it's not much. I think the most expensive thing were those little foam inserts. I think they were like 6 or 8 bucks a piece, and maybe the gutter was 10 bucks. So that's it. So as always, thanks for coming, thanks for checking us out. We are truly blessed. I know I say it in every video, but I really mean it. God has been good to us, and we're thankful all the time, and I'm sure he's good to you in some ways, and if you just look around, I bet you'll see it too. So thanks for coming, thanks for checking us out. As always, if you like what we're doing, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon, And then that way you know when we post new content. If you don't, that's fine. I don't care. It's completely up to you. Also, look up this way. We're gonna post another video. I'm gonna let YouTube decide because they know what you like and I don't. So that's the way that's gonna go. So as always, thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. Till next time, be safe and God bless.